Okay, it's been a few days since Liverpool lost the Champions League final to Real Madrid 1-0. And yeah, I was going to post the following day on Sunday, but just didn't really have it in me after watching the final and being, well, downhearted after seeing the game. Unfortunately, Thibaut Courtois having the game of his lifetime, man of the match performance, and making some fantastic saves to keep Liverpool out. And a lot of the talk after the game was of Liverpool failing to win the Premier League and failing to win the Champions League. Now, I think this is such a short-sighted way to look at things, and such a way that a lot of journalists, football journalists, really pin things on one team and make it out that a team has failed when actually a lot of what Liverpool did this season was above expectations, especially from those very same journalists at the start of the season. Now, if you go back to the previous season, the end of the 2020-21 season, Liverpool were playing without Virgil van Dijk. They were playing without Joe Gomez. They were playing without Joel Matip. They were playing without their first choice centre backs. And if you remember at the end of the season, Nat Phillips, Ozan Kabak, and Reece Williams were the first choice centre backs that Liverpool were playing. Yet Liverpool were able to finish fourth and qualify for the Champions League. But it wasn't without some drama, with Alisson scoring that header at West Brom to help Liverpool get into the top four. Now, if that hadn't happened, Liverpool wouldn't have made it into the Champions League. And remember, they're coming back, or they started this season with Van Dijk coming back from a serious knee injury, Gomez coming back from a serious injury, and Matip coming back from a serious injury. So having those defenders back really helped Liverpool this season. But with their fitness up in the air and question marks around their fitness, it left a little bit of question marks around the team at the start of the season. And again, if you go back to Liverpool at the beginning of the season, and all the pundits, all the experts, they were saying that Man City, Chelsea, they were going to fight for the Premier League title. And we were probably going to see Manchester United up around, fighting for the title because of the return of Cristiano Ronaldo. And Liverpool, a lot of people said they would struggle to finish third and possibly fourth. Yet look at Liverpool; they finished second, and Liverpool were well off the pace of the title back in January. Yet they were able to close that gap with Man City. And there were a few experts writing articles back in January of 2022 saying that, well, the Premier League have to do something to stop Man City. The Premier League is going to get out of hand in the next few years because Man City are just going to dominate it and win the league and make everything look silly. But, Liverpool closed that gap and they made it a title race in the end. So really, for me, this wasn't a failure of a season. Liverpool won two cup trophies, two domestic cup trophies. Chelsea can't say they did that. Man United can't say they did that. Even Man City, they didn't win two trophies this past season. They won the Premier League, which is fantastic for them, but they failed to win the Champions League, beaten by Real Madrid as well. And, if you want to talk about failures, you can say Man City failed as well because they didn't win the Champions League, and that's the trophy that they desperately want to win. And Pep Guardiola hasn't won since 10 years ago with Lionel Messi at Barcelona. So if you're going to say Liverpool failed this season, then you can say that Man City failed as well, or Chelsea failed as well, or Man United failed as well. All those teams failed in some ways. Now, Liverpool, it wasn't their title to win on the last day of the season. I've said this before. It wasn't Liverpool's Premier League title to win on the last day of the season. They were playing catch-up the whole way, and it was simply Man City's trophy to lose that day. In the final of the Champions League, could have gone either way. That was a close game. Real Madrid played it well, and I think they deserve a lot of credit. And that's, again, something that a lot of journalists and pundits and experts are not giving them. They played well. They beat PSG. They beat Chelsea. They beat Man City. They beat Liverpool to get to the final. That's the deserving team to win, the Champions League. And I thought Courtois had a fantastic game. If a goalkeeper has a man of the match performance, then he's obviously played the game of his life. And Liverpool had multiple chances to score, but again, Courtois making all those saves. And if I remember correctly, Real Madrid had one shot on target, and that was their goal in the game. So again, I don't think this was a failure of a season. I think it was a disappointing end to the season. Now, if the FA Cup would have happened after the Champions League and after the Premier League, and Liverpool would have won that, then nobody would have said that that was a failure or a disappointing season. The headlines, the spin would have been that Liverpool bounced back from disappointment from the league and from the Champions League. Okay? It's all in the spin that happens. It's all in what happens last. To me, not a disappointing season. Although I do think a lot of fans also saw it that way. For the parade, for the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, into the season parade, I thought that there could have been a lot more people there. I thought that it looked a little bit bare at times on that parade. And I know that if Liverpool would have won the Champions League final, that the city would have been packed far more with people for the parade. So those are my thoughts on the Champions League final. Let me know what yours are in the comments below or on social media, which you can find my handles in the description of this video. If you like what I had to say about Liverpool this past season and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and again, like I said, comment below. Let me know what you thought. Was Liverpool's season a disappointment? Because I don't think it was. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time here on YouTube.